the highlights. Lagos State Government set to launch innovative youth storytelling competition. Federal government directs all ministries, departments, agencies to desist from dollar-denominated contracts. On the foreign scene, Israel declares tactical pause in Gaza amid starvation fears, aid drop. And in sport, President Tinubu hails Super Falcons' stunning WAFCON victory over Morocco. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Film and Video Censors Board, LSFVCB, has partnered with the Forefront technology company, Plot Weaver, to launch an artificial intelligence innovative storytelling competition for students aged between 13 to 20. Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of LSFVCB, Adebukola Agbaminoja, said the competition is designed to nurture and harness the creative talents of Lagos State youth through the art of storytelling. Agbaminoja highlighted the transformative impact of storytelling on young lives, encouraging all eligible youth to take part in the competition and showcase their talents. She urged parents, guardians, educators, and students to engage in this enriched opportunity during the holiday season for children rather than playing at home. The Lagos State Parking Authority, LASPA, says it will commence enforcement of indiscriminate parking of vehicles on Lagos roads from Monday. Head of Service Olabode Agoro stated this during July edition of the monthly Walk for Fitness exercise organized by the Office of the Head of Service. Agoro noted that it would be better for LASPA to start the enforcement on indiscriminate parking of vehicles within the State Secretariat in Alausa and the Old Secretariat in Ikeja before extending it to other parts of the state. Permanent Secretary, Public Service Office, Olasunkomi Oyegbola, reinforcing the charge, called on civil servants to imbibe the model parking culture by supporting LASPA. She urged them to take the message to their colleagues and friends, adding that no victim of the enforcement by LASPA should contact the Office of the Head of Service or the Permanent Secretary for help. Speaking earlier, the General Manager, Lagos State Parking Authority, Adebisi Adelabu, noted that compliance with the parking regulations plays a critical role in achieving a more organized and greater Lagos for both motorists and pedestrians. A 10-year-old chef, Boluwatife Jaye Binle, has emerged winner of the Lagos State Government's Eco Flavors Junior Cooking Competition, clinching a grand prize of 3 million naira. Jaye Binle beat over 200 participants to become the Eco Flavors Junior Champion and Ambassador of the Lagos food system. The competition, organized by the Lagos State Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems in collaboration with the Culinary Group, was held at the Fresh Food Hub in Idioro, Moshi. Oluwaseyi Fumi Kwazi took home 2 million naira as first runner-up, while James Okafor and Akinshola Oluwatobiloba both secured 1 million naira each as second runners-up. The initiative, targeted at children aged 10 to 13, was conceived by the wife of the governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, to promote food heritage and healthy eating. Lagos State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Abisola Olusoya, described the competition as a platform for building a sustainable food future and boosting youth creativity in the culinary space. Lagos State Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Ali Balogun, has commended the smooth conduct of the placement examinations across the state, while highlighting government efforts to address infrastructure and staffing needs in the education sector. Speaking during an inspection tour, Ali Balogun, who said the exercise is aimed at transitioning primary school pupils into junior secondary schools, commended the State Examination Board for its efforts in the conduct of the placement test. Assuring stakeholders of sufficient capacity, he emphasized that the state's infrastructure can accommodate the large number of pupils, including out-of-school children who may be returning to the formal education system. Ali Balogun said the state government had recently replaced 1,005 retiring secondary school teachers and approved the recruitment of an additional 1,380, with plans underway to hire over 1,000 teachers at the primary school level. 210,465 candidates participated in the placement test across 549 centers in Lagos. People living with Parkinson's disease have been reassured of a full life with the right support, involving therapy, medication, and emotional care. Health experts gave the reassurance at an awareness walk organized by the Dele Parkinson's Foundation with the theme Stride with Strength. Founder of the foundation, Omori Sojo Desalu, emphasized that the awareness campaign is to spotlight the realities and resilience of people living with Parkinson's disease.
Parkinson's patients should go out and try as much as possible to live their lives as normal as their ability can carry them. And we make sure we support wives and husbands and children and just let them know that, yes, it's Parkinson's, yes, it's difficult, but life goes on. And if you don't help this patient to feel as normal as possible and to do some of what they used to do before, then you're going to lose the patient, because life gets shorter when you no longer live life.
Desalu also highlighted the foundation's commitment to providing free access to therapy, medication, and emotional support for Parkinson's patients across Lagos. The walk brought together health workers, caregivers, advocates, and families of those affected, marching in unity to challenge stigma, push for early diagnosis, and raise public understanding of the condition. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has directed all ministries, departments, and agencies to desist from entering into contracts denominated in foreign currency as part of new fiscal control measures outlined in the 2025 Appropriation Act Implementation Guideline. According to the document, all MDAs are to ensure that their contracts are wholly denominated in Naira. It mandates the submission of monthly budget performance reports to the Budget Office using a prescribed format not later than the 15th day of the following month. The document warns that MDAs that fail to submit the report will not be considered for subsequent capital or recurrent budget releases until they comply. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says the directive puts Nigeria at the center of every kobo the government spends, adding that an executive order to give it full legal force is also underway. Nigeria is on track to become Africa's third largest economy by 2025. That is according to the National Orientation Agency, which says the country experienced a significant economic boost in 2024, with its gross domestic product growing by 38%. The agency, in its latest publication, The Explainer, cited data from the National Bureau of Statistics showing Nigeria's GDP rose to 372.8 trillion naira last year, following a rebasing of the economy to the 2019 base year. In dollar terms, the country's GDP increased from $187.8 billion to $243.7 billion, yet Nigeria still ranked fourth in Africa. But the NOA, whose editorial board is chaired by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says Nigeria is closing in on Algeria and could soon claim the number 3 spot on the continent. And now to foreign news. Israel has announced a tactical pause in military activity in parts of Gaza to allow humanitarian aid to reach civilians following a recent airdrop of relief materials. The Israeli Defense Forces say designated humanitarian corridors have been established for UN convoy aiming to refute the false claim on intentional starvation. This move comes amid growing international pressure, with Western governments and aid agencies calling for urgent humanitarian access as farming conditions worsen in Gaza. Aid groups have previously criticized Israel's airdrop plan, warning that it delivers too little and could endanger civilians. Meanwhile, residents remain anxious over the safety and adequacy of such relief efforts. According to the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry, at least 127 people have died from malnutrition since the war began. Now, sports. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Nigeria's Super Falcons on their dramatic victory over Morocco in the final of the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. In a thrilling encounter on Saturday night in Rabat, the Falcons came from 2 goals down at halftime to defeat the host nation 3-2, stealing their status once again as queens of African football. Goals from Esther Okoronkwo, Folashade Ijamilusi, and a late winner by Jennifer Echejini completed the stunning comeback, silencing the Moroccan crowd and dashing the Atlas Lionesses' hopes of a first continental title. President Tinubu praised the team's courage and resilience, saying their performance exemplifies the indomitable Nigerian spirit. That ends our news at 10. Just before we go, use the walkway where available to avoid accidents. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration provided 1,400 hostel beds for Lagos model colleges? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Film and Video Censors Board, LSFVCB, has partnered with a forefront technology company, Plotweaver, to launch an artificial intelligence innovative storytelling competition for students aged between 13 to 20. The federal government has directed all ministries, departments and agencies to desist from entering into contracts denominated in foreign currency as part of new fiscal control measures outlined in the 2025 Appropriation Act Implementation Guideline. We also told you that Israel has announced a tactical pause in military activity in parts of Gaza to allow humanitarian aid to reach civilians following a recent airdrop of relief supplies. And in sport, President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Nigeria's Super Falcons on their dramatic victory over Morocco in the final of the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adibeshi. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.